So if you're getting leads for your gym or studio, but they're not responding and not booking into appointments, then this is for you. So a lot of studio owners tell me that this happens. They start running ads or doing organic content. They get leads, but they're not responding, not picking up the phone, or not booking in an appointment with you. Well, if that's the case, then give me the next couple of minutes and I'll show you why most gyms only get a response from less than 20% of their leads. And I'll give you 3 quick fixes that can double that response without any more ad spend. If you don't know me, my name is Justin Devonshire. I've built over 30 profitable fitness studios over the last 15 years, and I'm still operating studios today and mentoring gym owners all over the world. And across all the gyms I've worked with, I see that this is one of the biggest issues and biggest bottlenecks. And if you quickly fix this lead response problem, it's one of the fastest ways to get more predictable client growth and make more money from your advertising efforts. So the truth is, you don't need more leads to fix this issue. What you need is a better response system, because most gyms actually book less than 20% of the leads they get. But just by changing the response system, we get 40 to 50% of cold leads booked on the calendar. If these are warm leads from organic or from Google search, the number will be much higher again. So this one change alone can double the amount of revenue that you make from the same number of leads, making this an extremely valuable video. So the problem is, typically it goes like this. A lead comes in, but you're busy coaching. So you reply to the lead 2 or 3 hours later, you send a generic message asking, hey, are you still interested? Maybe you call once, there's no answer, and that's the end of it. And you conclude that the leads are rubbish, they're tire kickers, they're wasting my time, nobody wants to pay this in my area, and we take it really personally and shake our fists. We've all been there, me included. But in reality, what you have to accept as a business owner is that often it's not the lead that's low quality, it's your follow-up system that's low quality. And we know this for a fact because we've worked with so many gyms that are running Facebook ads and getting a super low response from the leads. They think it's an ad issue. And in fact, all we do is give them a whole new follow-up structure. And then overnight, they start booking double or triple the amount of the same leads from the same ads. So it's not really an ad problem. It's a follow-up problem. So here's how to get that result and double your response rate with no extra ad spend. So we call this the 3-step response structure. Step number 1 is all about lead speed. And a study by Forbes magazine across small businesses proved that if you can respond to a lead within 5 minutes, you get a 900% increase in bookings and sales. And we have found this to be the case. Across dozens and dozens of gyms, we've tested response times, and I can tell you categorically, if you get back that lead within 2 or 3 minutes, the phone pickup rate goes up, the booking rate goes up because they're blown away by the level of customer service. And that's what this is at the end of the day. This is just good customer service. If you respond after 3 hours, they've gone cold, they found other solutions, and you waited too long. So speed alone is going to dramatically increase the probability of getting that lead on the phone. Now, the second step is about frequency and multi-channel response. So you want to make sure you're calling them, sending SMS messages, maybe voice notes, email. Use different channels because different people prefer to respond in different ways. And the other thing then is frequency. Most gym owners only follow up once or twice. In fact, the same Forbes study showed that most prospects will buy or take an action after 5 to 7 follow-up attempts. However, it also showed that 90% of business owners only follow up twice. So all the money you're leaving on the table is simply in the amount of times you follow up. And the third layer, this is really powerful. This is what we call the authority pre-frame. So when a lead opts in, they usually haven't been given much information or context. So what we do is we have an immediate automated system that is going to start sending relevant, valuable content to that lead that is going to nurture them and build trust with them. So you want to have short, authority building content that explains your process for getting results, explains who you help and why you're different, reinforce the value, show the social proof. And what this also does is it means that the prospect then, when they do show up to your appointment, they show up more informed, they show up more qualified, and they show up more ready to buy. So these 3 steps alone can double your lead response rate overnight. Because if you can move from a 20% response rate to a 50% or a 40% response rate from the leads, you've effectively doubled your number of consultations each week without messing with your ads, without increasing the budget. So ultimately, your infrastructure beats volume.